Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. I've got a paint through video today with some custom 3D printed miniatures. This one is the Pegasus from Battlestar Galactica. You can see it. I've got a base star beside it. This is the base star from the Battlestar Galactica board game. And I am going to be using these miniatures along with this Galactica 3D print to simulate some Battlestar Galactica Cylon space combat. I picked these up from a 3D printer out of Florida. I'll leave the link to his description down below. These are amazing minis. He actually threw in an extra Galactica for me, so lots of great gifts there. I'm going to try to paint these with a combination of zenithal priming. I'm going to use some black, some white, and some silver to try to simulate the patterning on the hull. I've got a silver spray, I've got a flat black, and I'll use a flat white as well. And I'll zenithal prime those. I'll also use some washes and some maybe panel liners. So I basically I sprayed these with the flat black first, then I kind of zenithal primed them with the metallic, and then I would also hit them with a bit of the white just to kind of get some contrast. They're a little mottled, but I think it kind of simulates the scale for those. If you check them out close up, they look pretty good. But I still want to go into these with some washes, so we'll just review these now. We've got enough of the metallic there, but you can see there's a lot of great detail from these prints that we can put some washes and maybe some panel liner in there. So I'll experiment with that. Maybe I'll start working on the bottom side first. So I'm going to start out with the Nuln oil. Looks like I'm going to need to reorder one of these. I'm going to water this down anyway, just because I want to barely wash it. Then also I've got some panel liner, maybe just to accent around the machinery parts and some of those vents. There's lots of great details there, so let's see how it works out. Basically, to render this, I'm using different thicknesses of the Nuln oil. I got some watered down in the white lid, and then I'm going back and forth between the darker Nuln oil in the pot, and then mixing it just to blend it. So I'll hit some of the details with the dark, and then I'll wash it a bit to sort of render it. So it's very much like a sketching that I'm doing here. As you can see, you'll see it in the picture shots. But I'm liking how that's working out. Yeah, so I like how these have come out. They look pretty good. I like this second Galactica better. The other one's a bit too silvery, but I liked how this one came out there. And of course the Pegasus there looks great. You can see I've got some of that panel liner and washes in those deep control panels. We'll do some hero shots. We'll have a word from our sponsor, and then we'll take you out in the hero shots. Pontos Phantom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got a bookstore link down in the description where you can check out the Genealogy of Cthulhu, Hermeticism of Hastur, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, also our Cat 2 journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, collecting all 6 volumes. Deep dive into the rise of AI with the Artificial Psychology of Desiring Machines trilogy, also available in our hardcover. We've also got our Pontos Fathom podcast series where we discuss topics like the esoteric dragon mysteries, esoteric Saturn mysteries, and our collected alchemy and anthroposophy in the Dune Saga. Our special sponsor is Nereus Media. We've got the Trump trilogy with the Reign of Trump, Tower of Trump, and the God Emperor Trump. And lastly, our newest offering, the Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamland Saga. Each volume takes place in another city of Lovecraft's dreamlands. Aim Aimless in Cellophase, Hope's Home in Dalathleen, and Stubborn Devotions with the Temple of Hypnos in Forgotten Thrawn. Now back to our channel. Okay, we'll take you out with some hero shots. I'm also going to include the base star here, and see you at the end of the video. That's going to wrap up our paint through for Galactica and Pegasus. You see a little preview of what the space battle is going to look like. So if you like and subscribe, you can see that when we get on the tabletop. As usual, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Check out the bookstore, and we'll see you all on the tabletop. Bye-bye.